close we're getting paper off the ground. So we're now in the gate area, which is where everyone's getting on the planes. And this is where you're going to get broken luggage and shipping components and stuff like that. So like I said when we were in Oklahoma, is you want to make sure these things are swept, because when the planes start reversing and you get start turning on the jets to start moving, any debris that's on the ground can get picked up and thrown at everybody else, and they don't like it when they sandblast each other's planes. So we're going a nice little slow ride around here, down at the terminals. So this is where everybody's getting on their planes to go on vacation this time of year. And we're out here making sure they get to their destination safely and the planes don't get damaged from blowing shit at each other across the apron. So Paulo mentioned to me that this is the area where they're going to get the most kind of luggage debris, broken zippers, that sort of stuff, because everybody's loading their luggage onto planes. Last time John and I were here, we were just checking out we're delivering this thing and putting a new tongue on the magnet. And we were looking at their collected debris bins, and there was a ton of zippers and locks and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's only the metal parts of what gets picked up, because that was just the magnet they were using. So now that they have the drag, they can pick up a lot more non-ferrous items, like just plastic handles off luggage, wood that might come off pallets if they're loading cargo planes, all that good stuff that can cause damage and hurt people if it gets caught in a jet blast. So this thing does have its flags on the back, so the truck driver can see exactly where the thing is without having to look too closely on the ground. And then nice and easy run around. So there's lots of space to pick up broken luggage in this thing while it's running around. So this sweeper is available as this 17-foot wide variant, or you can also order it just as the center section to hook behind one Seeker air magnet. So you could have the Seeker air mag with one single one with the single Airdrag behind it, or you can do the triple setup and have 3 magnets and the 17-foot wide drag setup. So that allows just for getting in tighter spaces. These guys also have the Piranha magnet, but they just have a single one instead of the triple Piranha. And they said they often use the Piranha for tighter areas like this just because it's easier to get in and around. And then they don't have to bother unhooking the air mag, but you can separate the air mag into single pieces to do tighter areas if you need to, or like these guys have just 2 magnets, one for different things, because the Piranha is best for lower speed because it has less power than the air mag. So it makes sense to use it in the apron where you're going a lot slower than you would on the runway. So the drag here seems to be behaving pretty nicely. We are saying its top speed's about 40 miles an hour, but you don't really want to go that fast because it's not going to work as well. It will work, just not as well as it would if it was slower. So I think we recommended 10 to 25 miles an hour at the most. So with this unit hooked to the back of the air mag, you're going to have a complete cleaning solution for any FOD, even in the winter. This thing will fill up full of snow in the winter, but once everything's swept, you get those bristles off the ground. This is the best unit you can get for it. And like I said before, everything's modular, so you can just pull it off, fix what you need to. You don't have to replace everything when one thing breaks. Easier maintenance, easier cleaning, more effective sweeping method. It's just a better overall FOD management solution that we've been testing with Pearson Airport, London Airport, and Tulsa Airport, and Kitchener-Waterloo Airport. And yeah, we've just been making this thing according to how everybody says they want it. So when you're designing something for professionals, why not ask the professionals what they want? So that's exactly what we're doing. This is our application-driven design and purpose here. So every feature these guys said they wanted, we got it for them. And that's why it comes out as a complete solution and not something that just half works. So again, this is our first non-magnetic product here at Blue Streak Equipment. This is just a friction FOD sweeper. Highly modular, specially designed with professionals in mind. Makes it easier to do your job. People are happier to do it. Everybody we've talked to says operating our competitors' products is a real chore and no one likes doing it. And every time you assign someone to have to do it, they complain. So that's why we've made this thing as easy as possible while still doing a perfect job of sweeping everything off the ground. I mean, for God's sake, we got paper off the ground. If we can sweep up paper, there's nothing left on that runway after we're through. Especially when you pair this thing with a magnet. So if you have the magnet in front of it, you're not taking up any space in the debris bins to hold metal, because the magnet will have it all. So you can have just non-metallic debris in the Airdrag. And that's what we saw when we just went through, is there was already some steel bristles from the snow brushes and nuts and bolts that have fallen off things, hopefully not planes. Those are taking up space in the pods. So if you have the magnet in front of it, you're gonna have more space free in the pods, which means you can sweep for longer and spread the load out between the magnet and the drag system. Here's an addition of what we've got after sweeping the gates. Lots of luggage tags. Tucci Designo. A lot of washers. Those are just plastic washers off something. Some kind of a fabric cable tie. Lots more stuff. So before, out on the apron, all we were getting was just pebbles and that kind of stuff. Pebbles and grass and organic matter. Out here we're getting, these are just pieces of luggage and shipping things. Looks like the top of a Kleenex box. And a nickel. Yeah, making you money. And here's some, I don't know, that's just a napkin. So we're picking up napkins with this thing. That's how close we're getting to the ground. And here's a United flight schedule that I'm not going to show you. So between your zipper tags, your washers, your money, your napkins, your paper, you're getting all of that out of these gates and out of the way of the jets and out of the way of everybody, because you don't need to have a bunch of crap laying around on your gates and in your airport. Picked up. So we just dumped all those out for dramatic effect, so we could have them in nice piles. But most likely what you're going to do is bring this thing back to base and then just vacuum it out. It's a lot faster and easier. But yeah, lots of rocks, lots of zippers, all kinds of good stuff in there. I even got 5 cents out of there. So we made some money today.